Greetings, this is Ron Bashir. I'm the president and founder of the Youth of Honor Foundation, and welcome to another edition of our YOH series. We're live in Atlanta, Georgia on June the 29th, 2009, bringing you a very special YOH. I have the privilege to be in the State Capitol building about to conduct the YOH with the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Georgia, the Honorable Chief Justice Leah Sears. Chief Justice Sears, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Getting right to the interview at hand with Youth of Honor, what we do is try to inspire kids. Obviously, education has played a big part in your success.
Yes.
Far too often, our youth are finding ways to cut corners in the classrooms.
Yeah.
What words of wisdom can you share with today's youth to get them to appreciate and value what it takes to put forth the efforts for education?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard work, but it obviously pays off. You know, if you cut corners, if you don't do the work that you need to do. I mean, I went through high school, and then I graduated from college, and then I went to law school. And if you just click off the years, and then I have an advanced degree after law school, and all of that went into getting me where I am today. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't put the time in. I mean, I was not a real popular kid in school because I was always in my books. But I'm real popular now, you know. So it's a matter of put it in now, and reap the rewards later, or you know, just have a good time right now and forget about the future. And I was lucky. I somehow always knew that it was worth the effort to sacrifice the good times when I was 15, 16, 17.
Very good mindset. Adversities come in so many different forms, and oftentimes when we work with youth, they see successful people such as yourself, and they can't even imagine or comprehend that person ever had to deal with adversity. Oh, yeah. Are there any sets of adversities you had to deal with that helped shape your path to success?
Oh, very much so. My childhood was, I'm 54 years old, so my childhood was scattered with lots of racism. The doors were often closed. I was born in 1955, 1 year before Brown versus Board of Education. So when I was growing up, girls were limited in what they could do. Nobody ever thought that there could be a woman judge, much less a chief justice. When I came on this court, they were all men and me, and I was only 36 at the time. So I mean, I just had to stick with it and get through it. And those are just my professional adversities. I've been divorced, a tough first marriage. I had a good family growing up, but I've lost a brother last year to suicide. He had just left Iraq. I've had, nobody gets away with just floating on air in this life. I've had my share of times when I've had to come to work or figure out whether I can survive this to what you can.
That's very profound, and I extend a heartfelt condolences in that matter.
Thank you.
And in addition to wearing such an important title of Chief Justice of the Georgia Supreme Court, you wear another very important title, high importance on my chart, Mom.
Yes.
You're a mother of 2 children.
Yes.
Can you share with us a couple of values that you try to instill in your children to help them along in life?
Yes. Well, okay. Let's see. Education is key, that they need to get an education. One of my children, my son, had an easier time with that than the other child, but that didn't mean, you're not going to get everything. You're going to get looks or happy childhood or smarts or something, and it's up to you to figure out how to fill in the gaps. I mean, nobody gets everything in life. My son is brilliant, but yet he suffers with a terrible acne problem, which creates a problem in his social life with girls and all that. My daughter is smart enough, but not brilliant, but she has all the boys running after her, so you don't get everything. Other thing I have encouraged them to do is an old-fashioned value that we've lost sight of is thrift. Learn how to spend your money. Learn how to make your money. This is a society in which that is important. You have to make it, and you have to save some of it. We can't all just running around into this rampant consumerism, which has been a real part of at least my life. These are different times, and people need to learn how to kind of ration their goods and focus in on the most important things in life. And that's not just having money. It's knowing what to, having good times with your families and family and friends. Persistence. You've got to, is a key virtue. You have to stick to, go at things and stick to it. I mean, I know the only reason I'm giving this interview is because you stuck to before I'm packing and all that, but my PR woman said he called and wrote, and so you have to see him. And I know Michelle Obama went out to give a commencement address for a new college out in California, because they wrote her, called her, and I've hired people who I didn't want to hire because, God, one guy was sitting out on my front step one day, a young black guy, and I thought, if he's going to do that, I gotta give him a chance to. I can't be that busy.
Right.
So persistence is key. And what else? It's particularly for young women, knowing the right young man to get who's right and who's not right. Particularly for young women, delaying having children until after you hopefully are married. Hopefully, if it can work out for you, trying to find the right partner who you could be married to forever, if you can. It can't always work out that way, but making that a priority and trying not to have kids when you're 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, before you've gotten your education. You can't put the cart before the horse, before you know what you're doing.
Very well. Especially that hits home a lot. I got 2 daughters too.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
It's so good. Now, we put a lot of focus in the Youth of Honor organization trying to do what we can to reduce recidivism.
Yeah,
You've been in the court for years. And laws govern just about every aspect of our life. But so many of today's youth are crossing that line against obeying what's right and what's wrong in the way of law. What is your opinion of how do you think we can perhaps someday break this cycle? Can it be broken?
No, yeah, it can. Everything, if we can break the back of racism in this country and break the back of sexism in this country, and even smaller efforts than that. When I grew up, people were smoking all over the place, and it was just okay to just puff at the table. And it took some people to pull that back. No, that's not okay. That'll cause cancer. When I grew up, we didn't use seatbelts in cars.
Right.
But it took some committed people who decided we can change this. When I grew up, people drank and drove. Mothers against drunk drivers, just a few committed women decided this is not okay. You can't drink and then hop behind the wheel of a car. It takes people like you and you to just get up here and say, we're not going to do this anymore.